What if the dream of seeing the Titanic became a terrifying one-way journey into the abyss? In June 2023, 5 people boarded a tiny experimental submersible called Titan, chasing history nearly 4,000 meters beneath the Atlantic Ocean. But what began as the ultimate adventure would soon become one of the world's most haunting maritime tragedies. From St. John's, Newfoundland, the Titan launched from its support ship into the icy North Atlantic. On board were wealthy explorers, a father and son, a legendary Titanic expert, and OceanGate's CEO. Their mission: descend nearly 12,500 feet to witness the Titanic wreck with their own eyes, a place fewer humans had visited than outer space. OceanGate marketed Titan as revolutionary, an innovative gateway to deep-sea exploration. Using carbon fiber and titanium, the company claimed this vessel could unlock the ocean's greatest mysteries for civilians. It was bold, it was groundbreaking. But behind that ambition, critics warned it may also be dangerously unproven. More than a century after Titanic sank in 1912, its broken remains still rest silently on the ocean floor, a graveyard of over 1,500 souls, preserved in darkness. For decades, it symbolized both human ambition and catastrophic overconfidence. And now, another vessel was descending into that same unforgiving void. James Cameron's Titanic made millions emotionally connected to the legendary ship. But Cameron himself also understood the brutal reality of the deep sea. While fiction inspired wonder, real exploration demanded something far more dangerous: precision, discipline, and respect for a world where one mistake could mean instant death. As Titan began its descent, sunlight slowly disappeared. Blue water turned black. Temperatures dropped. Pressure increased with every passing meter. Inside the cramped vessel, passengers sat shoulder to shoulder, surrounded not by luxury, but by steel bolts, screens, and silence. At Titanic's depth, the ocean exerts nearly 400 times the pressure we feel on Earth's surface. Imagine the weight of the Burj Khalifa pressing on a vessel no larger than a minivan. Here, survival depends entirely on engineering perfection, because any flaw could become fatal in milliseconds. Titan was unlike traditional deep-sea submarines, controlled partly by a modified gaming controller, built with unconventional materials, and operating in one of Earth's harshest environments. Some experts questioned whether innovation had crossed into recklessness. Then suddenly, contact was gone. Less than 2 hours into the dive, Titan lost communication with the surface. No texts, no GPS, no guidance, just silence. Above the ocean, concern turned to panic. Somewhere in the crushing darkness, Titan had vanished. Was it drifting helplessly? Was it trapped near Titanic? Or had something far worse already happened? On the support ship, loved ones and crew clung to hope. Every minute mattered, every sound mattered, because deep below, oxygen was limited, and time was running out. Soon, an enormous multinational rescue mission mobilized. Aircraft, sonar buoys, military vessels, remotely operated vehicles, all racing against an invisible clock in one of the most hostile places on Earth. Then came reports of mysterious underwater banging noises. Every 30 minutes, search teams detected sounds. Was it Titan's passengers signaling for help? Or simply the ocean playing cruel tricks? The pattern created fragile hope worldwide. Rescuers calculated, if those sounds were human, survivors might still be alive. But with each passing hour, oxygen reserves fell lower. Experts estimated Titan had roughly 96 hours of breathable air. As headlines tracked the countdown, millions watched in horror. Experts estimated Titan had roughly 96 hours of breathable air. As headlines tracked the countdown, millions watched in horror, wondering if 5 souls were slowly suffocating in darkness. The cruelest possibility? Titan may have been lost near the very wreck it came to witness. Surrounded by the ghost of history, trapped beside one of humanity's most infamous disasters. At such depths, pressure is merciless. Even microscopic weaknesses can trigger catastrophe. Carbon fiber, though advanced, faced scrutiny because deep-sea conditions demand near absolute structural certainty. Then experts raised the most chilling theory of all: catastrophic implosion. If Titan's hull failed, the sub would collapse faster than the human brain could process. As hope narrowed, robotic deep-sea vehicles descended where humans could not, scanning the seabed piece by piece, searching for answers in darkness. Then came the devastating confirmation. A debris field was discovered near Titanic's bow, Titan had suffered catastrophic implosion. There were no survivors. The tragedy sparked global questions. Was it material failure? Design compromise? Ignored warnings? The mission to explore history had now become history itself. Titan wasn't just exploration, it symbolized elite ambition. Former employees and experts had reportedly warned about safety concerns. After the disaster, scrutiny intensified over innovation, regulation, and whether caution had been sacrificed. One image captured public disbelief: a sub navigating the deep ocean with game-style controls. To many, it symbolized a larger question. Had cutting-edge exploration become dangerously casual? The ocean floor is not forgiving. It is cold, dark, and brutally absolute. It does not negotiate with human ambition. From global headlines to social media, Titan became a worldwide obsession. Part rescue drama, part engineering debate, part cautionary tale. As rescue turned recovery, optimism gave way to mourning. The world realized this was no longer a mission to save, but to understand. 5 lives were lost, families shattered, questions remained, and once again, the Atlantic claimed those who underestimated its power. Separated by 111 years, Titanic and Titan shared one haunting truth. Human ambition can achieve greatness, but arrogance can invite disaster. History had already warned us, but sometimes humanity's greatest danger is believing we've outsmarted nature. Even now, the deep ocean remains largely unexplored, a realm where mystery and danger coexist. And yet, we continue descending, because curiosity is one of humanity's greatest strengths, and sometimes its greatest risk. Titan's story may shape the future of deep-sea exploration forever, forcing humanity to confront a haunting question: where does bold innovation end and reckless ambition begin? One final descent into the Atlantic became more than a mission. It became one silence, one irreversible moment that changed everything. In its aftermath, the tragedy ignited global reflection on safety regulations, engineering ethics, and who truly has the right to push the boundaries of human exploration. Some called it coincidence, others called it fate. But perhaps the real curse was never Titanic itself. Perhaps it was humanity's tendency to forget the brutal lessons of history. Yet even in devastating loss, there is learning. Titan's destruction may shape safer technologies, stricter standards, and a more cautious future for generations of explorers to come. Because the ocean remains undefeated, vast, ancient, merciless, and utterly indifferent to human ambition. 5 people set out to witness history, but instead, they became part of it. And in the deepest darkness of the Atlantic, Titan became more than a tragedy. It became a warning to the future. Some journeys search for the past, but not all of them return.